Welcome today then viewers, it is the 2027-28 season review here at Nottingham Forest, which as we know was a big promotion season for us from the Championship to the Premier League, where we will now have £40 million to spend this summer. But before we do that, on Monday's episode, which we'll be doing that in and covering who we bring in and who we get rid of, we've got to just have a look back on what has been a glorious season here. Not many new arrivals at the club this season. I was worried about that at the start. When you look at it, we only actually brought in four permanent players. One of those out on loan anyway, which was Durate. Didn't play too many games for us. 3 players in on permanent who played a lot of games for us, and 2 on loan. The 2 on loan players, Charlie Fowler, he's just been the main man for us this season. 35 starts, 2 appearances off the bench, 22 goals, 6 assists, with an average rating of 7.21. I have done an inquiry to see if he's available next season. West Ham do want to give him a chance in the first team. That means on that right-hand side of the field, we are going to have a job to fill that gap. At centre-back, we brought in Chris Archer on loan from Manchester United. 47 appearances this season, all starts, 1 goal, 1 assist, 7.13. Again, we put in an offer to loan him from the rest of the season next year, as Man U are our affiliate club, which they have accepted and will give us him for no wage. So I'm hoping that will happen before the affiliate gets cancelled with Manchester United, because we are in the same league. Amador, 15 starts, 3 appearances off the bench, 3 assists to his name for £800,000, not done too bad at 7.09. Chris Jimenez played 15 games out of 16 since joining at the end of January for £3.5 million. Think he's got a big future ahead of him here. No goals, no assists, 7.07. Miller on a free transfer, 34 starts, 7 appearances off the bench, 5 goals and 12 assists with 7.06 for a free transfer. He's done very, very well. And Duarte cost us less than £7,000. 1 start, 8 appearances off the bench, 1 goal, 1 assist, 6.88. I think alone has helped his development, and we may look at doing that once again next season. So, as we know, we finished second in the league on 95 points. The board wanted us to finish in the playoff places, which we absolutely smashed. Average home attendance was 27,408, which was 89% of our capacity. I think we'll see that increase next year. Solanke was the top goal scorer in the league with 25 goals to his name. We started out quite strongly. We didn't lose until the end of August. And then from there we went on a really, really good run. And again, didn't lose until mid to late November, where we won a lot of games. Then we had 3 wins on the bounce against champions Norwich, Burnley and Swansea. Then we hit a bad patch of form, which started with a 7-1 victory, a 7-1 loss rather, against Crystal Palace just at the start of December, which led into a poor Christmas period. We changed things up in January, and then that saw us really get back on the promotion wagon, where we lost between January to mid-March just once, and that was in February to Stoke. And then after that loss, we only lost once again. That was to champions Norwich. Again, look how many games we won there. We didn't draw a game since early March, so we went on a lot of wins there. What's that, 7 out of 8 wins? And that is what's really propelled us up this league. We even lost less games than Norwich. We've just drew a few too many. We even had better goal difference. So really, we're unlucky not to be champions in this league campaign. The FA Cup, we were knocked out by Crystal Palace again. Another one of those teams where they've just caused us havoc. And we went out, the board wanted us to finish in the 4th round. And in the Carabao Cup, we went one better than what the board wanted us to. We finished in the 4th round after being predicted the 3rd round. We started with a game against Wednesday where we won, beat Sunderland, then drew with Bournemouth and won on penalties. And unfortunately, came unstuck against West Ham and lost 4-2. The moments to remember this season then were our biggest win of a 5-0 victory at home against Birmingham, with 2 braces from Fowler and Solanke, and Skoglund getting the 5th goal. The match to remember was a 4-0 away victory, which came against Reading back in October with an own goal, Skoglund, Fowler and Solanke. Those 3, if we'd have been without those 3, we'd have really been in the mud this season. And the goal of the season came from yesterday's episode against Rotherham, where Jose Ronaldo scored from 22 yards out. I said it'd be goal of the season, and what a late candidate it was, with 14 minutes of the season remaining. Financial wise, a little bit hit and miss here at the club then. Sponsorship is up, broadcast revenue, corporate, and competition prize money is down, which seems odd considering we'll have got some championship money surely, and some money from the Carabao Cup. Matchday and commercial is up though ever so slightly. Shirt sales, we sold 15,465. The best sellers, obviously Solanke and Scotland. Nothing there for Fowler, which does surprise me. Wynn, Velasco and Miller all in there as well. And we have grown the club's reputation as well from 3-star to 3.5, and that will help us attract some better players this summer. We generally lined up then in this 4-2-4 with Walton in goal, who's no longer here, a back four of Udor, Diasse, Archer and Perez, Wynn and Hughes, who's obviously no longer here either, Velasco on the left, Fowler on the right, and Solanke and Scotland up top. I mean, you look at 3 players on all plus 20 goals, 1 on 10 as well, and then goals kicking around the team as well, generally from where we lined up this season. 2 Manager of the Month awards came my way then for January and March. The Fans Player of the Year, obviously Charlie Fowler. Young Player of the Season, obviously Charlie Fowler. Signing of the Season goes to Chris Jimenez. If Charlie Fowler was a permanent, it would have been him with 20 odd goals. Goal of the season, as we know then, was Ronaldo in yesterday's episode. Solanke, the top goal scorer in all competitions with 26. The only thing that worries me about Solanke is he's now 30 years of age and could start to decline very, very soon. And Enzo Millet gets the most assists this season with 12. Most overall goals by a player in a season is Solanke with 26, and that is a brand new record here at Nottingham Forest. Just looking at the squad then, viewers, the fair thing that sticks out to me is how paper thin this squad actually is. We need a new goalkeeper, certainly, because we've only got one at the moment. Potentially another backup right back. I mean, Furlong is here for at least another 2 years on his £12,500 a week deal. I might look at trying to shift him on to get him off that wage bill. But John Perez is certainly going to be, at the age of 20, our starting right back. Already a 4-star player. We have, as I said, put an offer in to keep Chris Archer here. But again, if he stays but Evans doesn't stay, we may need to get another defender in, because I'm not sure about Aldred. And I think we just maybe need a little bit more quality at backup. Left back is a position we need to improve, because I don't think Amador is going to be cutting it in the Premier League. Midfield wise is a funny one. I think it's an area where if the right players become available, we need to bring them in. Certainly on that right hand side, if we can't keep Charlie Fowler here, we need to replace his goals. We are a little bit light on the left hand side of midfield as well, but it comes down to the formation we play, because Solanke can play there, but he's currently out with knee ligament injuries, a pulled knee ligament. I'm wondering if that is going to start to affect him all that much. And again, I would like another out-and-out striker in the building, because we've only got Scotland here. Yes, he's got 20-odd goals for us again this season, but I think sometimes when he wasn't playing, we maybe struggled to get goals. And if we don't have Solanke available and we don't have a Charlie Fowler next season, we're really going to struggle for goals. And I think that's quite highlighted by the top goal scorers, where Solanke, Fowler and Scotland all got over 20 apiece. Velasco got 10, and he isn't going to be here next season. He has agreed to join Eintracht Frankfurt next season. After that, you've got Wynn with 8, Millet with 5, Udor with 4. I mean, Trevor Collins, good to see him scoring and playing 8 games out on his loan. Hopefully he can develop into a bit of a better player. Axel and Gibbs with 2 apiece. Gallagher out on loan. Again, probably won't be keeping him this season. 32 years of age. Just looking at him there, not going to be good enough for the Premier League. £15,750 a week is a lot of money for a 32-year-old. So I think he is going to be going as well. Duarte has got a goal alongside Ronaldo, Demby, Archer and Dickinson, which, again, a few of them players are loaned out. We need to just have a look at how we can bring some of these younger players into his squad and bleed them in, but we don't want to put too much pressure on them, because we still need that quality to survive next season. But I think one man that might have a bit more of an impact next season is Jose Ronaldo. He didn't really play until the second half of this season, where he made 6 starts, 9 appearances off the bench, got 1 goal and 4 assists to his name in that time. I think if he has a full season under his belt, he will become a very, very good player. Finance-wise, then, we are minus 3.8 million overall in the balance, but we do have that transfer budget of £39.1 million with £222,000 to spend on wages, which again gives us a good opportunity to be able to bring in the correct player that we need without overspending on wages. And if we can shift 1 or 2, for example, a Gallagher and a Furlong, we can bring in another £24,000, which is a reliable player in the Premier League for me. Development centre, we've got a promising attacking midfielder. He's made 79 appearances this season. Manny Galliner. Galliner? He is the star of the show here at the academy, and I can see why. A very good determination at 16. He looks like somebody that may be able to come in and make an impact next season off the bench and in cup games. If not, we will look at loaning him out. He is someone that we need to keep here because he is potentially a 5-star player. And then just looking ahead for next season, so we are playing attacking football, which the board are happy with. Develop players using the club youth system, so we picked out Collins and we picked out Manny just then. Sign players under the age of 20 for the future. Little bit disappointed by the board. I think that's difficult to do. We signed Ronaldo and Perez, who are both under the age of 20 and can be in the first team. Play counter-attacking football. Again, we will have to look at the way our formation shapes up for Premier League football. Work within the wage budget, they're happy with that. Sign players to sell for a profit. I think we've signed some good players here. However, when you look at we spent 10 million on Will Hughes and sold him for 3, that is why that is a disappointing. Minimum 2-year contract for first team players, we can do that. Fight bravely against relegation then is next season. So the board aren't expecting us to do anything. If we can stay up, that is an absolute Brucey bonus. And just looking at a season preview then, viewers, we were predicted to finish 6th. We have obviously finished 2nd, so we have overachieved this season by comparison as to what the media said. I think we've had a very, very good season here when you look at how we have got on. And I think we have thoroughly deserved our promotion this season. I was a little bit worried about that Christmas period. We did change things up a little bit to suit better players, or the players better in our system that we've got to fit something. And it has really worked in our favour. But we will leave that season review there for today then, viewers. And if you have enjoyed that, please don't forget to smash that like button for me, share the video around and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on Monday with some new faces, new teams to play and Premier League football. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more content and I'll see you then.